Today, 10 Super Nintendo video games that are my favorite. The Super Nintendo system. Uh, these are the games that I own, and not games that aren't in my collection. These are the ones that I own. I'm going to give my top 10, starting with number 10. And that is Super Mario World. Great game. Everybody is introduced to this one when they first get the system, just about, and it still remains one of the best games on the system. Top 10. Number 9, the one you're seeing right now, Donkey Kong Country. That's on my number 9. You can see why it's such a great game. I could talk about it forever, but this video here will just tell you everything you need to know. It's great. Then we move on to number 8. Number 8 is Chrono Trigger. Chrono Trigger is a RPG that has national acclaim. Everybody loves it, and if you ever played it, you'd understand why. It's just a terrific, terrific video game. Great music too. You're going to hear that theme throughout this whole production. Is how the music in some of these games is just amazing. This is Castlevania 4, lies at our number 7 spot. If you've never played a Castlevania game, this is one of the better ones to start with. It's just the whip dynamics are incredible. The music again is just super great. I'm going to move over here now. We're going to move the camera just a little bit. Over here we have number 6. And number 6 is going to be The Secret of Mana. Secret of Mana, wonderful video game. Again, we're counting down my top 10 video game, my favorites of all time of the Super Nintendo system. These are the ones that I own. So there's some games out there that are better than these, and you probably have a top 10 that you like, or games that aren't in my selection. That's fine. This is what's in my selection. These are the ones that I think are just great. Number 5, we're going to go with Super Mario RPG, Legend of the Seven Stars. Sometimes I have a hard time pronouncing this one. It has such a long title, but this is a wonderful game made by Nintendo and Square Entertainment. Just a terrific video game. There's actually some references to other Final Fantasy games in this game as well. It's just wonderful. Number 4 is, here's another one, Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island. This game is great in anybody's collection, and I love it. It's the sequel to the number 10 spot, Super Mario World, and it's just great. It's with the crying Mario baby. A lot of people don't like this one. I found it to be just amazing, and also my friends that come over and play, and my son, they love it too. Number 3 is going to be Zelda, A Link to the Past. I don't know if you've ever played this one. This is another great introduction into video games. Zelda video games would be that one there. It would be that Zelda. Some people say start with the first one and work on to the second one. I say do whatever makes you feel good, but if you want, and if you have it, that's a great game to start with. Here, also on number 2, Final Fantasy III. Squaresoft was a big. They did a lot of work for the Super Nintendo. I think that's all we worked on at that time, maybe the Game Boy. But they're another wonderful game from that maker. In this game, you want to talk about great music. Matter of fact, I'll pop this one in. This one is just terrific. I'm going to put this bad boy in so you can enjoy some of the music while I finish off the rest of this presentation. It should fire right up. Sometimes these take a while. Sometimes these games are a little bit. Let's try this. Got it. There we go. Come on, baby. There we go. Okay. And number 1 on our list today, and I'm going to do some after this. I'm going to do some. Honorable mentions. These are games that aren't on my top 10 list, but are definitely on my list of favorite games for the Super Nintendo. And my final one is Super Metroid. If you haven't played this, this is one of the best games of all time. And as you're listening to this wonderful music, I'm going to give you a short overview of some of my honorable mentions for this system. Super Metroid being the number 1 spot. Again, it can't be understated. We're going to walk down the line here. I got Super Mario All-Stars. Great game. Super Ghouls and Ghosts. Terrific video game, terrific. Star Fox should be on anybody's list. It's not my top 10, probably number 11 though. It's a wonderful, wonderful video game. Final Fantasy II. This game here, the one you're hearing and listening to now, is the sequel to Final Fantasy II. Take a look at it. Which is Final Fantasy III. Street Fighter II. Everybody knows this one. Contra 3. This is sequel to Contra and Super C on the Nintendo, the NES system. Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. This is another Squaresoft video game in the Final Fantasy lexicon, and it's just another amazing video game. Some people say it was made for beginners. I say it was made for everybody. It's just a wonderful video game. Mortal Kombat 2. Talk about your fighters. Right up there next to Street Fighter. Mortal Kombat 2. I mean, Baraka. How can you go bad? Mega Man X. Any of you Mega Man fans out there, I love this. This is a great, great game. If you want to start the Mega Man series, this is a great Mega Man game to start with. You can start Mega Man 1, 2, 3, 4, all on down the line. But if you want to go Super Nintendo, Mega Man X. And this one is Doom. It's a red cartridge. You can see all that red on the screen right now. But Doom is great on any system. But the mere fact that they put this game on the Super Nintendo is just absolutely amazing to me. I'm going to let you enjoy some of this music here. I have one last entry into my honorable mentions, and that is Earthbound. Earthbound is, I'm just playing this now. This could make it into my top 10. I'm playing this right now, and it's just a terrific, terrific video game. Okay, let's go back over this one more time. Down the line, we have at number 10 spot, Super Mario World. Number 9, Donkey Kong Country. Number 8, Chrono Trigger. Number 7, Castlevania 4. Number 6, Secret of Mana. Number 5, Super Mario RPG, Quest of the 7 Stars. Legend of the 7 Stars, sorry. Number 4, Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island. Number 3, uh-oh, I messed up, guys. Well, you get the idea. Number 3 is Zelda, A Link to the Past. Number 2 is Final Fantasy III, the video game you're watching right now with just wonderful music. And number 1, Super Metroid. Just a terrific video game. Always look for this on your list. I'm sure everybody knows this. It probably comes as no surprise to anybody who's played the Super Nintendo. But Super Metroid, number 1. I want to thank you. I want to thank you all for watching. I'm going to let some of this play as the outro. And thanks for joining me. And I would love to hear and see some of your lists, or maybe some games that you think should be on any list really for the Super Nintendo. Thanks a lot, guys. And I'll see you later. Have fun.